So, good morning everyone. How are all of you? Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello, hello, hello. Is it all right? Yes. Very good morning, very good morning, very good morning. So, how are all of you? So, please tell me up to where we discussed in the last class. Please write xylem over, I think phloem not over. Xylem, phloem probably both over, na? Check it, another student. Trichome. Sir, start ground tissue system. Okay, we dealt up to epidermal tissue system. Good. We dealt up to epidermal tissue system completed. Yes, very true. So we are starting with ground tissue system. Have a look. So if we talk about ground tissue system in the plant, it includes everything except epidermal and vascular tissue. So except everything other than epidermal tissue system and vascular tissue system is called ground tissue system. Obviously, only three type of tissue system is there, and you are saying except these two, so who remain? Ground tissue system is there. Now, component of ground tissue system. Component of ground tissue. Tissue system. So if we talk about component of ground tissue system, I am writing hypodermis, general cortex, endodermis, these all three together called cortex. Hypodermis, general cortex, endodermis together known by the name of cortex also. After that it is pericycle, then it is pith. Other name of pith is medulla, and then it is pith or medullary range. Pith or medullary range. So these are the component of the ground tissue system. Very good morning. Okay, ji. So these are the component of ground tissue system. What are the name? Hypodermis, general cortex, endodermis, pericycle, pith or medulla, pith or medullary range. These are the component of ground tissue system. Now look about the hypodermis. And it is important lines I am writing. It is important and it will come in exam. Like hypodermis is absent in root. In root, no hypodermis is there. Hypodermis is collenchymatous in dicot stem, and hypodermis is sclerenchymatous in monocot stem. Are you getting the idea? You got the idea about the hypodermis? Which kind of hypodermis is present where? Hypodermis is absent in root. Hypodermis is made up of collenchyma in dicot stem. Hypodermis is made up of a sclerenchyma in monocot stem. Is it clear? Now, general cortex is parenchymatous. Wherever it is present, it is parenchymatous. Okay. Endodermis is also parenchymatous. It is also parenchymatous. So which kind of simple tissue present in hypodermis? General cortex, endodermis. Clarity came or not? Now we are going to talk about pericycle. So if we talk about pericycle is absent in monocot stem. Pericycle is absent in which one? Monocot stem. It is parenchymatous in root, means made up of parenchyma, and it is made up of patches of parenchyma and sclerenchyma, and a sclerenchyma in dicot stem. You got the idea about the pericycle? So what I am telling about the pericycle is absent in monocot stem, parenchymatous in root, and it is made up of patches of parenchyma and sclerenchyma in dicot stem. I will draw the diagram later on when we will talk about the anatomy of dicot stem. Then I will show you how it is made up of patches of parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Is it clear or not? Pith is parenchymatous. Pith is made up of which kind of simple tissue? Parenchymatous. And pith or medullary range is also which one? Parenchymatous. So what you are finding, major part of the ground tissue is made up of which type of simple tissue? You pin the answer. Major component of, many component of ground tissue system I wrote, but in major component, which kind of simple tissue is there? Parenchyma is there. Parenchyma present in general cortex, endodermis, pericycle, pith range or medullary range. Understanding the idea or not? Clarity came in the mind. And it is important. From here question going to ask, where present, where absent, where it is made up of what. Okay, ji? Now we are moving ahead. In leaves, where is the mesophyll tissue? I am showing you. So in leaves, what happened? Hello? In class, Suresh Garu, call you after class. Book is not there with me right now, na? So what is the benefit? So what I am telling, in leaves, ground tissue is present in mesophyll cell. Ground tissue present in which one? Mesophyll cell. In the case of leaf. Is it clear in the mind or not? Is it clear in the mind? In leaf, it is present in what? Mesophyll cell. Are you aware about mesophyll cells? Or should I give you a basic idea? Have a look. Suppose that this is the adaxial epidermis of leaf. This is adaxial epidermis of leaf, and assume this is which one? Abaxial epidermis. It is abaxial epidermis. And later on, who is this? Suppose that vascular tissue. Who is there? Vascular tissue. So here it is adaxial epidermis. Here it is abaxial epidermis, and this is vascular tissue. And so two type of tissue we have seen. These are epidermal, vascular. Remaining is which tissue? Ground tissue. So what I am drawing here, these are which tissue system? Ground tissue system of leaf. These are, I am drawing a basic sketch. I am not telling you the detail, palisade parenchyma, spongy parenchyma. We will deal all these things when we will discuss in detail about leaf. So these all green color structure is what? Ground tissue. Ground tissue. And these cells are, which kind of cells are there? Mesophyll cells. And these are what basically? Parenchymatous. Understanding came in mind or not came? In leaf, where ground tissue is present? In leaf, ground tissue is present in mesophyll cell, and these ground tissue is which kind of simple tissue? Parenchymatous. This is epidermal, this is vascular, all green color is what? Ground tissue of the leaf. It is made up of parenchyma, and these are called mesophyll cells. Is it done? So who is over? Ground tissue system is over. Now we are going to discuss about which tissue system? Vascular tissue system. So have a look here. Vascular tissue system. Right. So if we talk about vascular tissue system, you better know it is of how many type? Two type. One is xylem, another is phloem. Xylem and phloem is vascular tissue system. Is it clear? Now, based on arrangement of xylem and phloem, based on arrangement of xylem and phloem, we find two type of conditions or two type of vascular tissue system. One is what? Conjoined type of vascular tissue system. And another is radial type of tissue system. Got the idea? Conjoint and radial type of vascular tissue system. What is conjoint vascular tissue system? If xylem and phloem present on same radius, that type of vascular tissue is called conjoint. And these example of conjoined vascular tissue system is what? A stem. Even in leaves, which kind of vascular tissue system you will find? Conjoined type of vascular tissue system. Xylem and phloem are present on same radius. What is radial vascular tissue system? If xylem and phloem present on different radius. Different radius. It is called which vascular tissue system? Radial vascular tissue system. So conjoint is what? Present in stem and leaf. Radial example is what? Basically root. So radial vascular tissue system present in root and conjoint is present in which one? Stem and leaves. Are you getting the idea or not? Now I am drawing a diagram for your better understanding about the arrangement of conjoint and radial. Just have a look here, give your attention. So here I am drawing the structure of a conjoint vascular tissue system arrangement. So look here, give your attention. This is xylem, this is phloem. Xylem, phloem. Xylem, phloem. Xylem, phloem. Now I am asking a question to you. This is the center. When I draw a line toward the outer circle, circumference, what you are finding? Xylem, phloem present on the same radius or different radius? Xylem, phloem present on the same radius or different radius? You tell me. It is present on same radius. So when xylem and phloem arrange like this, कि both xylem and phloem present on the same radius, such kind of vascular tissue system condition is called what? Conjoint conditions. Conjoint arrangement of vascular tissue. Got the idea? Picture came or not? So it is on same radius. Both xylem and phloem are present on the same radius. Got the idea? Better to write if both xylem and phloem present at the same radius, it is conjoint. Where it is present? Stem and leaf. Now we are going to deal the diagram of radial kind of vascular tissue arrangement. So look at the diagram I am drawing here. Suppose that here I am drawing like xylem. It is xylem, xylem, xylem. X, 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 X I am writing. Later on I am drawing another diagram. Here it is phloem, 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 phloem. P, 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 P. And it is center. Now I am drawing a line. Xylem and phloem is present on same radius or different radius? You tell me. Xylem and phloem present on same radius or different radius? It is present on different radius, and such kind of arrangement of xylem and phloem is called what? Radial kind of arrangement. So if xylem and phloem present on different radius, it is called radial. An example is root. So in root of any plant, you will find such kind of arrangement of vascular tissue. And in a stem and leaf, you will arrange such kind of arrangement of vascular tissue. Is it clear? Is it done in the mind or not? Can we move ahead? Can we move ahead? It is done? Yes. Have a look now. Later on, I am going to tell you about conjoint type of vascular tissue, further of two type. So I am writing here a flow chart. Don't worry. Vascular tissue. One is conjoint, one is radial. So further, who is of two type? Conjoint is of two type, collateral, and another is bicollateral. Collateral and bicollateral. What happened in case of collateral? In collateral, phloem is present toward periphery. And in bicollateral, phloem is present both toward center and periphery. Bicollateral is what basically? Phloem is present both toward center and periphery. It is called bicollateral. And collateral what? Phloem is present toward periphery. So collateral example is most stem. Means most of the plant. In most of the plant, stem is what? Collateral type. Bicollateral example I am writing here is cucurbit. Cucurbit stem. Gourds family plant stem. Pumpkin, watermelon, cucumber stem have which kind of condition? Bicollateral condition of arrangement. Now let me draw the diagram of collateral arrangement. Have a look here. So I am drawing the collateral arrangement and bicollateral both. You have a look here. It is xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem. Center. Who is toward periphery? Here phloem is toward periphery. So when phloem is toward periphery, which kind of arrangement is this? Collateral type of arrangement. In most stem you will find this arrangement. Understanding the idea? Phloem is in periphery. Now if we talk about bicollateral, how the arrangement will look, give your attention. I am drawing the diagram. Look here. So see the things. So here it is. Phloem, xylem, cambium, phloem. Phloem, xylem, phloem. Phloem, xylem, phloem. Phloem, xylem, phloem. What you are reporting? Phloem is present in both center and periphery. Phloem is present both toward center and periphery. Here toward center phloem is there and toward periphery also who is there? Phloem is there. So such kind of arrangement is called which arrangement? Such kind of arrangement is called, tell me, bicollateral arrangement. Are you able to differentiate between collateral and bicollateral or not? Tell me very honestly. Collateral, phloem is toward periphery. Bicollateral, phloem is both toward center also, periphery also. Xylem is present in between. And example of bicollateral is cucurbit system. So when I was a student like you, how I mug up it, I am telling you. Bicollateral, God's family, pumpkin, watermelon, cucumber, big fruit came. Agree? So I mug up like food is more, means phloem is more. Phloem is both outside and inside in case of bicollateral. Getting the things or not? You have to give some logic to your brain. Na? So I have given that logic to my brain. Phloem is both side, outside also, inside also. More phloem is there. So where fruit is bigger, like bigger fruit comes in which family? Cucurbitaceae family, God's family. One fruit 5, 6, 7 kg. Getting the thing sometime. Is it like clear? Done? Is it? That are tricks to mug up. So who is over? Collateral and bicollateral is over. Now I am writing vascular bundle. Suppose that I am talking about collateral vascular bundle. It is further of two type. Collateral is further of two type. One is what? Open and another is closed. One is open, another is closed. So what is the meaning of open? Cambium is present between xylem and phloem. Cambium is present between xylem and phloem. X and P I wrote. It is called what? Open. When cambium is absent, between xylem and phloem, it is called closed type of vascular bundle. Let me draw a diagram. Suppose that this is the xylem, this is the phloem. Xylem and phloem is on same radius, right now? And here who is there? Cambium. So this is called open. Example of open is dicot stem. You keep in mind, it is very important line. Where open type of vascular bundle is present? In dicot stem. And when between xylem and phloem, who is not there? Cambium is not there. This is xylem, this is phloem. Who is missing? Cambium is missing. Cambium is not there. So it is called closed type of vascular bundle. Example of closed vascular bundle is what? Basically monocot stem. Monocot stem. Is it clear in the mind? So who is over? Vascular tissue is also over. Are you getting the idea? Now bicollateral is always open. Bicollateral is always open. You write like this. Because we also write bicollateral, na? So I am drawing bicollateral. Here phloem, xylem, cambium, phloem, cambium, xylem, cambium, phloem. It is always open. This is which one? Bicollateral. Understand? Clarity came in the mind. Is it all right? So who is over? Tissue system is over. Now after this, we are starting with anatomy of dicot root. Okay, ji, can we proceed? Here any problem in vascular tissue? You got the meaning of everything. Conjoint meaning what? Collateral meaning what? Bicollateral meaning what? What is open? What is closed? Everything clear now? Yes. Now we are moving ahead. Have a look. Now we are going to discuss about anatomy of dicot root. So look here, I am just giving you some basic idea. Suppose that this is a root. So when we go for a study of its anatomy, what I will do? I will take a sharp blade or a knife and cut a very thin slice of it. Thin, as much thin it is good. Very thin slice of it. As much thin you can cut. It is more better. And after cutting the thin slice, we are going to stain it, color with the dye. And after coloring with the dye, we are taking a slide and we are transferring this cut section on the slide. I am not telling entire process. Otherwise, many long process are there. Getting the things or not? So after putting a slice on the slide, we are putting a cover slip and with the help of glue we paste it. So slice not move. Now we have a slide where a thin slice of root is there covered with the cover slip with the help of a glue. Now we are taking a microscope. We are putting that slide on the microscope and we are visualizing it. And then we are finding the which one? Internal structure. So suppose that you are getting an internal structure, it is a slice of the root. So I am not going to deal the entire slice, I am going to deal that much part only. One piece only. Their anatomical detail I am going to show you. I am going to show you the amplified version of that much part only. Not whole part. That much part only. What is present here, same present here, same present here, same present here. Getting the idea or not? So I am showing you the sectional view of only one area. Are you getting the idea? Picture came or not? So now how it look under a microscope, I am going to tell you. So the very first layer, outermost layer, is what basically epiblema. It is epidermis. It is epidermal layer. It is the outermost layer. Understanding the idea or not? So this is the epidermis or epiblema. Epidermis oblique epiblema. And who is protruding from epidermis? Root hair. And this root hair is what? Unicellular. This is unicellular root hair. Understanding the idea? Clarity came in the mind or not? Now, who is absent? Cuticle not present outside of which one? Epiblema. Here, cuticle is absent. Cuticle absent because it is root. So if cuticle present, whose absorption is going to affected? Water absorption going to affected. So who is over? Epidermis. This epidermis is made up of how many layer? Single layer, uniserate. Which kind of simple tissue is there in epidermis? Parenchymatous. Are you getting the idea or not? I told it in epidermal tissue system as well. So it is parenchymatous. Now below the epidermis, many round cells are present and it is present in many layers. Getting the idea or not? So these are the layer called cortex. So after epidermis, who is there? Cortex is there. And this cortex is uniserate or multiserate? It is multiserate. Made up of more than one layer. Parenchymatous. Made up of which kind of simple tissue? Parenchyma. Later on cell wall thin. Cell wall thin. Cells are round. And who is present? Intercellular space present. So these are the character of the cortex layer. Are you getting the idea or not? So I wrote the cortex here and I wrote here the character of the cortex layer. It is multiserate, made up of many layers. See how much intercellular space are there? Intercellular space are present. Getting the idea or not? Now just inside of cortex, there is a single layer made up of barrel-shaped structure cell. Made up of which cell? Barrel-shaped cell. And this is called endodermis. Endodermis. Getting the idea or not? So endodermis, if you see the endodermis, in endodermis at radial and tangential wall of most of the cell, there is a strip of suberin is present. It is called Casparian strips. Casparian strip. Got the idea? Is it clear in the mind? Right? So this is the epidermis, this is the cortex, this is the endodermis. Let me write something about the endodermis. So I think space is not there, so I am writing this side about the endodermis. I am writing this side about the endodermis. What is the character of endodermis? I am writing here. So endodermis, it is uniserate, single layer, parenchymatous, intercellular space absent, made up of barrel shape cell. Barrel shape cell, a suberized strip. Suberized means made up of suberin. A suberized strip is present at radial and tangential wall of endodermis. And this strip is a hydrophobic layer. Hydrophobic. Because made up of which one? Suberin. Understanding the idea or not? In some cell, this strip is absent and called passage cell. So the cell where Casparian strips is absent is what basically passage cell. Understanding the idea or not? So these are the things I wrote about. Which one? Endodermis. So once have a look what I wrote. I wrote about the endodermis what? These are the information I have written about endodermis. So very first information I have given you is that this endodermis is uniserate, made up of single layer. It is made up of parenchyma type of tissue, parenchymatous. Intercellular space is absent in endodermis. It is made up of barrel shape of cell. Do you know barrel shape? Do you know barrel shape? Barrel. Do you know dhol? Dhol. Dholak. You beat na dhol in some function, not tabla. Dhol I am telling. So dhol have barrel shape. In appearance, shape, if you see the shape of a dhol, it is barrel shape. Understanding the idea or not? So such type of cells are there. So, and what I wrote, a suberized. Suberized means made up of suberin. Made up of suberin. So strip is present at radial wall and tangential wall of endodermis. And this strip is hydrophobic. In some cell, this strip is absent and that cell are called which one? Passage cell. So these are about the information I have written for which one? Endodermal layer. Look here in the diagram. Look here in the diagram. I just drawn it here. It is barrel shape layer, single layer, no intercellular space is here. These are Casparian strips. See, this is the cell where who is missing? Casparian strips is missing. So I am writing this cell name as which cell? Passage cell. So these passage cell now help in transport of water. Water coming like this and move through the endodermis by passage cell. How it moves, that things I will teach in which one? Physiology. Not here. It is anatomy. So in anatomy we will talk about which one? Structure. Clarity came or not came? Now endodermis is over. Now have a look. I am telling you about the which one? Vascular tissue first. Then I will tell you about the pericycle. Look here. This is xylem. This is xylem. In xylem, what we are finding? Both xylem phloem is present on same radius. Here is the center. Here is the center. Both xylem and phloem present on the same radius. It is phloem. It is protoxylem. It is metaxylem. Here same protoxylem. Here it is metaxylem, and this is the phloem. Now I am drawing the diagram of which one? Pericycle. Pericycle. So look, I am making the layer of pericycle. So endodermis, just below the endodermis, who is there? Pericycle is there. And pericycle is made up of few layers. These are pericycles layer. This is pericycle layer. Are you getting the idea? This is pericycle layer. So this green and white color layer is a which layer? It is pericycle layer. Are you getting the idea or not? So this pericycle layer is made up of two type of simple tissue. The white color I drawn here is what? Parenchyma. And green color I have shown here is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma. Understanding the idea or not? Picture came in the mind or not? So what you are finding? Pericycle is made up of, can I say, alternate arrangement of parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Paren, scleren, paren, scleren, paren. Pericycle is made up of which one? Alternate arrangement of parenchyma. Oh, sorry. Why sorry? Because in root I started to say about which one? A stem. Wait a minute. In root I start to say about which one? Stem. Give your attention. Have a look here. Haji. So what I am saying, then it is which one is there? Pericycle. Pericycle is parenchymatous. So brain forget we are dealing about root. Take another tube. Stem. Here it is pericycle. So pericycle is no doubt parenchymatous. Endodermis up to no problem. Here I am telling pericycle is parenchymatous. It is parenchymatous. Sorry for that. Are you getting the idea? Is it clear in the mind? Right. Teaching is a profession where your mind one time went somewhere. Story is over. So here it is what? Pericycle of root. We are dealing the root. So it is made up of totally parenchyma. Now I am going to tell you about vascular tissue. Entire story will change, na? That from there I start to tell you about a stem. So erase from that your mind. Now here it is what basically? Wait a minute. I have to erase this parenchyma. This word is creating problem. So I am writing parenchyma here. Parenchyma. Now what happened? You look here. Vascular tissue I am drawing. See how the sequence gets changed. Vascular tissue I am drawing. So here vascular tissue is what basically? Here vascular tissue is what basically? Here vascular tissue is radial. It is protoxylem. Here it is metaxylem. Protoxylem, metaxylem. Protoxylem, metaxylem. Protoxylem, metaxylem. Getting the idea or not? Make it somehow in center. Here protoxylem, Metaxylem. Got the idea? So these are the vascular tissue arrangement. And here it is what basically? Phloem, 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 phloem. Here it is protoxylem, protoxylem. It is which one? Metaxylem. Here it is which one? Protoxylem. Here it is what? Metaxylem. Are you getting the idea or not? And this is phloem. And this is the center. And this is the center. So what you are finding? Both xylem and phloem are present on same radius or different radius? Different radius. Arrangement is exarch or in dark? Protoxylem is toward the periphery. Peripheral. Understanding the idea or not? Is it clear in the mind or not? So what I am saying, now what is present in between xylem and phloem? Let me write. In between xylem and phloem, there is a parenchymatous cells are present. Who is present? Parenchymatous cells are present. And these are called what basically? Conjunctive tissue. Conjunctive tissue. It is called which tissue? Conjunctive tissue. And here you look in the central region, who is there? Pith is there. But pith is not well developed. Pith is less developed. It is inconspicuous. I will tell you about. So you please come on once again in the entire story. Then I am going to deal the vascular tissue in detail. Right? Because by mistake, I start explaining in root about which one? A stem. So it may be a confusion arise in your mind. So let me clarify it first. So this is the transverse section of, I am now more cautious, dicot root, not a stem. It is which one? Dicot root. In dicot root, what we are finding? First of all, outermost layer is epidermis. It is also called epiblema. Is it done? It is protruding root hair, and this root hair is what? Unicellular. Is it clear? This epidermis is uniserrate and what? Parenchymatous. Later on, what we are going to deal? Below the epidermis, or first you know, above the epidermis, who is absent? Cuticle is absent. Now, then below the epidermis, multi-layer, a structure is present that is called cortex. What is the character of the cortex? This cortex is made up of many layer, multiserrate. It is parenchymatous, made up of parenchyma. Cell wall of this one is thin. Cells are round and intercellular space present. See, na big space are present. So they are not compactly arranged. Parenchymatous layer. So this is the cortex. Just below the cortex, who is there? Endodermis is there. In endodermis, up to endodermis, we was all right. We are dealing about which one only? Root only. Getting the things or not? So, in endodermis, it is uniserrate, parenchymatous, intercellular space is absent, made up of barrel shaped cell. A suberized strip is present in radial and tangential wall, and which is called which strip? Casparian strips. Getting the things or not? These are made up of suberin. These strips are hydrophobic, and if it is hydrophobic, it not allow water to move across. And in some cell, these strips are absent, called which cell? Passage cell. So who is over? Who is over? Endodermis is over. Now below the endodermis, we are going to talk about pericycle. And in pericycle, I wrote this pericycle is parenchymatous. And these pericycle, where pericycle I have written? Pericycle, it is written? Not written probably. So this is pericycle. I am writing this side. Wait a minute. I am writing about pericycle, few line. So here I am making this line here and I am writing pericycle. Now look about the pericycle. So pericycle is made up of few layer. This pericycle is totally parenchymatous. If you talk about pericycle, cell wall is thick. In cortex, cell wall is thin, but in pericycle, cell wall is thick. Now finally we are going to talk about vascular tissue. Which tissue? Vascular tissue. So if we talk about vascular tissue, it is radial. Exarch or indarch? Tell me, help me out. Exarch. It is radial, it is exarch. Then if we talk about, it is diarch to tetrarch. Usually, mostly, in most of the root, it is diarch to tetrarch. In case of a dicot root, diarch to tetrarch. Some plant also have hexarch. Some plant also have hexarch condition. You know the meaning of diarch, tetrarch? Means 2 xylem, 2 phloem diarch, 4 xylem, 4 phloem tetrarch, 6 xylem, 6 phloem hexarch. Are you getting the idea? But NCERT wrote which word only? Diarch to tetrarch. Some plant have hexarch also. Understanding the idea or not? But mostly it is diarch to tetrarch. In diagram I made which one? You tell me. You help me. In diagram I made which one? Diarch or tetrarch or monarch? What I made here? Tell me. Tell me what I made here. How many vascular? I made tetrarch. 1, 2, 3, 4 xylem. 1, 2, 3, 4 phloem. 4 patches of phloem, 4 patches of xylem. Got the idea? Now I am going to tell you about, you got the idea? Now I am going to talk about pith. Pith is less developed. Not absent, it is less developed. And in conspicuous. Inconspicuous means who is not well visible, is called what basically? Inconspicuous. So this is about the pith of which one? Vascular tissue. Now I want to say some more line about pericycle. So in dicot root, pericycle function I am writing here. Can you help me to write the function? One function I am writing, give rise to lateral root. Agree with me or not? Tell me, give rise to lateral root. Second function what we can write? Second function is it have a role in formation of vascular cambium ring. Cambium ring. So this is about which one? Anatomy of dicot. Dicot, root or stem? Root. Got the idea? Picture came, understanding came, clarity came or not? Right, Ji? Any? Okay? Clear? Done? So see the diagram. You draw the diagram like this. Practice many times. what happened? Perfection came. Clear? So what is moral of a story? Parenchymatous pericycle. Patches of parenchyma and sclerenchyma present in which one? Dicot stem. Right? So have you seen 1 second of attention deviation do what? Right? It applicable for us also. 1 second of attention deviation, teaching root, brain start to think about a stem and writing about a stem. Getting the idea? Clarity came? Yeah. Okay, Ji? Right. Well done. So now I am going to talk about which one? Monocot stem. Time is there or time up? Monocot stem. I think time is there or over, na? Time over. Oh yeah, monocot root. See what's happened. Monocot root. Time is there. Class up to 11:15, na? I hope. Yeah. Class is up to 11:15. Let me check your sir came or not came. If not came, I will take the opportunity and teach you 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, who will over? Monocot root over. Nothing much differences are there. Getting the things or not? Next hour is study hour. Oh, great. Great, great, great. So take the advantage. At least finish which one? Monocot root. Done na? Study hour pakka na? No need to see the timetable. Study hour? Okay, ji, good. So have a look now. So we are finishing in 5 minutes about which one? Monocot root. At least root will over, na? Okay, one root pakka. You know the meaning of pakka? Pakka. Pakka word, you know the meaning? In Hindi, what is the meaning of it? Means fixed. Means without any confusion, right? Na? Okay, have a look. So, monocot root. So look, I am drawing it. First I am drawing it. So no need to go for more explanation. Where I am not explaining, you think like it is like dicot. So look here, it is epidermis, okay, just below the epidermis, who is there? Cortex is there. Cortex is there. Means I am not saying anything, means it is like home. Dicot root. Below the cortex, who is there? It is endodermis is there. Endodermal layers. And I am also making which one? Casparian strips. So it is cortex. It is epidermis. And here it is which one? Endodermis. And it is what basically? Casparian strip. Now below that, who is there? Pericycle layer is there. It is parenchymatous. Of course, one rule we made, nothing we are saying, means like the dicot only. Already we discussed the dicot. It is pericycle layer. Now we are going to deal about the vascular tissue and pith. Look here. Here it is protoxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem, protoxylem, metaxylem. Then I am drawing which one? Phloem. Phloem, 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 and phloem. So here it is protoxylem, and the bigger cell is metaxylem. And this one is what? Phloem. Right, in between xylem and phloem, who is there? Conjunctive tissues are there. Who is there? Conjunctive tissues are there. Are you finding any differences? And see, central large area, this is big area, is what basically? Pith. So pith is small or large? Large. It is well developed pith is there. It is what basically? Pith. Understanding the idea or not? So here how many vascular tissue you are finding? I am telling xylem, phloem, 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 xylem, phloem. You see what you are finding? Many vascular tissue is there. Na? Xylem and phloem is what basically? So we are saying vascular tissue is what? Many, polyarch. Now I am telling you the comparative differences between. See, I can write here the differences. Which one? Conjunctive tissue. This is which one? Conjunctive tissue. Conjunctive tissue have differences, but I am deliberately not writing, because who is not writing? NCERT not writing. NCERT says what? Everything is same in dicot and monocot root. Some differences are what? Vascular bundle are polyarch. Another differences is what? Pith is well developed. Got the idea or not? And remain they wrote everything are same like which one? Same like which one? Dicot. Understanding the idea or not? So let me write the difference between which one? Let me write the difference between dicot root and monocot root. And monocot root. Okay, see, dicot root and monocot root. And what we have to write? First we have to write vascular bundle is diarch to tetrarch. Usually better word to write diarch to tetrarch. Here it is polyarch. Polyarch, and it is greater than 6. Got the idea? In some rare condition up to 6 in which one? Dicot. But is greater than 6 in which one? Monocot. Xylem phloem number is more than 6. Now in dicot root, pith is less developed. Less developed and inconspicuous. In case of monocot root, what is there? Pith is well developed and conspicuous means who can visualize easily, who are bigger in size. You can see them now. I am showing you dust by keeping in my hand. You will see. But if I am keeping a stone, it will be visible to you or not. So who is bigger is better visible. So in case of monocot root, pith is conspicuous, and in case of dicot root, it is inconspicuous. It is less developed, it is well developed. Later on I am writing pericycle have 2 role in which one? Dicot root. Now I am telling root by very consciousness. Otherwise, brain will think a stem. So pericycle have two function in which one? Dicot root. Function number one is what? Formation of lateral root. Formation of what? Lateral root. And second function is what? Have role in formation of vascular cambium. Vascular cambium. Understanding the idea or not? But in case of monocot root pericycle, formation of lateral root occur by pericycle. But who is absent? Vascular cambium ring is absent. Because it is a monocot and these ring form for which purpose? Secondary growth. Here who will occur? Secondary growth occur. Here in monocot who will not occur? Secondary growth not occur. So these are the differences given at your level about which one? Dicot root and monocot root. Clear or not? Is it done? Is it done? Clear in the mind? Dicot and monocot root. So what we say, I am asking a question, answer it, pin the answer. You pin the answer, I am asking a question. Vascular bundle is diarch or tetrarchin? Diarch or tetrarchin? Pin the answer. Dicot root, well done. Pith is inconspicuous in. Inconspicuous in. Here also answer is dicot. Pith is bell developing. Monocot, well done. And polyarch vascular bundle present in more than 6 vascular bundle present in monocot. Are you getting the idea? So these are the major differences. 2-3 major differences is there only. Otherwise, write for further what NCERT wrote. Rest are like the dicot. Rest are like the dicot. Epidermis like dicot. Cortex is like dicot. Endodermis is like dicot. Pericycle is like dicot. Getting the things or not? So rest are like dicot. Conjunctive tissue like dicot according to NCERT. Otherwise we can create differences in conjunctive tissue. But who will contradict? NCERT. And that is the reason I am not telling that. Okay G, done, over, clear. So who is done? Anatomy of dicot and monocot. Carefully I am saying what? Root is over. Okay, done. So see you in the next class with anatomy of a stem and leaf. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a good day to all of you. So I am giving you the QR code. It's done, over. I'm just becoming a side. So now, bye bye. Have a good day to all of you. See you in the next class.